Why? The Vietnam War, Nuclear Bombs and Nation Building in Southeast Asia, by author Mike Swanson, with new documentation never seen before that'll open your eyes to events that led up to this. Why? The Vietnam War, Nuclear Bombs and Nation Building in Southeast Asia, 1945 through 1961. Get your copy today at Amazon.com. Why? The Vietnam War, by author Mike Swanson.
Revelation through conversation.
The views expressed by callers, co-hosts, or anyone else who happens to get on the air at Coachella.com do not necessarily reflect the views of Coachella.com or Chuck Coachelli, and we are not responsible for any stupidity which might ensue. Thank you.
Revelation through conversation.
The War State by Michael Swanson explains the great national transformation that took place and put the Kennedy presidency in the context of the times and reveals never-before published information about the Cuban Missile Crisis. President Kennedy would not have been assassinated if he had been president 200 years ago. His assassination took place in the context of the Cold War and the rise of the national security state. Before World War II, the United States was a continental republic. In the decade that followed, it became an imperial superpower. Generals such as Curtis LeMay not only wanted to invade Cuba, but knew that there were short-range missiles on the island armed with nuclear warheads that they could not destroy because they were on mobile launchers. Their invasion could have led to a third world war, and they wanted to go to war anyway. The War State by Michael Swanson reveals why and will show you what President Kennedy was up against. For more information, thewarstate.com.
Revelation through conversation.
Warning, 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 warning. This is a Emergency broadcast. Watch out. If you're sitting down or if you're standing up, you better get ready for this, because it's going to hit the eardrums. Uncle, the broadcast.
You are listening to Uncle the Broadcast. My name is Aaron. I'm the nephew-in-law. Here with me is the star of the show, Uncle.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. We are back again. This is Friday, the comedy show.
Welcome back, everybody.
But I don't know the number.
Oh, gosh, Uncle. Let me see if I can figure that out.
You gotta tell me ahead of time. This is ridiculous.
Oof, I'm surprised I'm even able to make it here. Let's see here. 337. That's what it is.
337 is, going tonight. Okay, now. We have the phones cone cooking. I heard that we have a line waiting. Okay, line man. You're on the air with the crazy Uncle Man. Go ahead. Hello?
Hey, Uncle. How you doing?
Howdy. Now we're in the comedy show. There's something to laugh about.
Man, the comedy begins. How you guys been dealing with the heat in California? The dome, supposedly. Stephen King dome.
This is Chris, right?
Well, we know who this is.
Who is it, Uncle? Who is this?
Yeah, this is Chris
This is Crisco.
Yeah.
This is Crisco.
Yeah.
I got his nickname.
Crisco.
Secco.
Crisco, I got a question.
Crisco. That's his nickname.
I got a lot of
Crisco.
fat. Yeah.
I got a question for the caller, first of all. Why is it that you put a cherry pie on your dang packaging? There's not a cherry pie in there.
Cherry pie.
That's my question to you, Crisco.
A cherry pie? What are you talking about, Aaron?
On your container that you're in,
I could go for some cherry pie right now.
The vessel that you're contained in, Crisco, has clearly an illustration of cherry pie in there. When I was a kid, I wanted to open up that container, that cylinder, and find cherry pie in there. All there is this like oil goop. What am I supposed to do with that?
Still think that's a fat joke, I think. Which I'm down to 220 pounds right now. I think it's my pancreas is failing, but I could go for some cherry pie right now, to be honest with you.
It's good. Yeah. I didn't mean to be mad at you. I was just going with the weird Crisco thing. But, Chris, it's good to hear from you, man. You been okay?
You don't jump my customers like that, sidekick.
Was I bad?
Not so much.
Was I too aggressive there about the
Uncle,
cherry pie?
Oh, yeah. The man gets
Yeah, I
in
was
here
wondering
having
about that
talk.
because I'm starving.
Yeah,
It's good to talk to you guys again.
it is. It is.
So what's been happening with your side?
Oh, I've been living in my car for a while, and and I got some legal shit, stuff. I got some health stuff. Have you guys been going back to the Leatherface Diner? I've been curious about that for a while.
Oh, you're talking about Big Jerald Sanders.
That crazy nut. I'd be shocked if he send me a hat. But I'm still under the stand of that man to know where this restaurant is. Now we're gonna get started with that again. This is ridiculous. We're going with this crazy man. I'd like to know I'm down to this. I'm down to this point. It's not where he is, it's what state is he in.
Whoa.
That's the question we want to ask ourselves. Because Massachusetts.
I'm in Massachusetts. I used to have a show on the Coachella.com network called Get Mad with Chris Graves, and it's been a while. And Uncle and Aaron, I missed you guys, and I missed Chuck as well. I hope you guys are doing well. And the only thing I was just wondering is just how you guys are surviving the heat out there in California, because the heat here on the East Coast has been more humidity than anything. It's really hard to breathe. So you guys at least have the dry heat. I don't know if that helps, but I heard there was a lot of power outages out there.
The fires more like.
Yeah, there have been fires.
More fires than anything. It's been the fires that people burned down to the ground. It's been down to the ground. People had to run away.
Are you out of the danger, Uncle, you guys? Like, are you in danger of the wildfires?
Just had the smokes coming up from the mountains.
Yeah, you always see them, that's for sure. We haven't gotten too close, luckily, but you never know.
Not that close to us, but the smoke comes up off the mountains.
Oh. I'm sorry to hear that.
Smoke,
Yeah.
And like this morning and the week, this past week, and when it was hot, it was smoky. People having problems breathing.
It does pollute the air, that's for sure. Yeah, it's not good to breathe. But
that's the problem.
You guys have air conditioning, if you don't mind me asking?
We do.
Yeah, we do. We have it down.
Okay, all right. That's all that matters. Yeah.
We've had it on since this heat has been working on us constantly in the house.
Yeah, it's a scorcher.
But now, it's starting to give relief. So it might be relieving us with the heat.
It's gonna be cooler next week.
Yeah.
It's supposed
Next
to be.
week, cooler, and it's supposed to sort of clean
I
out
hope
of
so.
here.
Yeah.
But we would.
Can I ask you actually? Can I ask you guys a question? Like, for a while there, it seemed like you guys weren't taking calls. Like, was that all? Well, obviously, I got through tonight. Was that like an issue for you guys for a while that you're willing to talk about? Or?
Well, the issue was I gave up too much time to the customer to talk and didn't have me talking. That was the main reason. And I cut that off for a while and let us have a conversation between us two and having my show going. But then after a while, come back with it. That was the main thing.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah,
That's it.
but they're back
Now
now.
it sounds like you guys are you're back now and thriving. So that's great to hear.
Yeah, we'll let the customer talk. Don't get me wrong. We'll make them talk, but not to take a while long talk. You know what I mean, right?
I know what you mean, Uncle.
I mean, you
oh,
understand.
there's the Crisco. Thank you, Chuck, for putting that in your chat. Chuck knows what I'm talking about. There's that cherry pie.
I still don't know what the Crisco is about. Is it a fat joke here?
No, it's not.
I still am fat. I'm trying to shed some pounds, but like that would make sense.
Nope.
Cherry pie, though, I would kill for right now.
Chris, the answer to all your questions is in the Ochelli.com chat.
Go to chat.
Chuck has generously dropped an image in there that explains it all.
Go to the chat.
Yeah,
and you
I
can
can't
read
access
it.
that right now.
Oh,
yeah, I'm
man.
on my phone. Yeah.
Bummer.
Oh, you working? Oh, you calling?
He's on the phone.
No, I've been doing a lot of deliveries like I did a few years ago. I think I was on the air with you guys when I was out in L.A. Doing door dashing. But, my car officially died today. So you guys are a breath of fresh air right now for me personally. So you're providing a very healthy, humorous service for people out there. I just want you guys to know that.
All right. Well, we're sorry to hear that, Chris.
But
hope you do better, but also glad to hear that you're enjoying the show. And yeah, I mean, I don't know. Did you hear about the UFO? We have a UFO photo.
Oh yeah,
bringing that up out of nowhere.
UFO.
Is there another China balloon that I didn't hear about?
They went down. They went to the desert. This is what happened. They went to the desert, and they had something around in the sky. Thought it was like a fly, but it was a different kind of figure. It looked like a Martian. What they are saying. That's important.
That's
What does a
like
Martian look like, Uncle? That's what I'm curious about.
See what's on the board now?
Yeah,
something like that.
I mean, I could, for some reason, I keep trying to push this photo I took of the night sky. It was a long exposure, and some light went around. I don't know. I'm saying it's a UFO photo. It's not getting any traction online. I'm getting real frustrated by this. It's like, come on, I got a UFO photo, and no engagement even with a UFO photo. What's it take these days? We can't do anything on the show. To
not
get,
with a UFO.
What they want?
His side wife, Kick, is gone crazy to his head. And this is what's been going on between these crazy Martians. And I said,
I think you guys got to get some AAA on the phone. He might have some UFOs for you right now.
Oh.
Yeah, we need answers. We definitely need answers here to a lot of
We need
questions.
wrestlers, too. I remember I was trying to get a bunch of wrestlers to you guys.
Yeah, you did good,
I don't know
man.
what the traction was.
What is going on with that?
Oof, they're
By the
tough.
way,
They're tough to
anybody
get a hold of. That's
can-
what's going on with it. They're just they're too popular. They're too popular.
I mean, here we had a guy that has his own podcast, but he's a wrestler, but he wouldn't come over to mine. That's sort of strange.
You know what
Was
actually
it Chris
happened?
Jericho?
Chris Jericho.
No, it was I know who.
Because I contacted him for you guys, too. He never got back to me, but I didn't know if maybe he got back to you.
No.
Who was that guy that had a
That actually
has
talked to us?
that has a podcast?
Stone Cold Steve Austin? You talking about him?
He's one too. Yeah, he's one. Can you get on how to get in touch with Steve Austin, by chance?
Well, look, here's my take.
No, he doesn't get back to me either currently.
My takeaway from the wrestler thing was that they're popular. They're not the only ones that are popular and hard to get a hold of. But I actually took the strategy with this saying, okay, the wrestlers, they don't want to come on unless we pay them. Fine. So I decided new strategy. I was like, let's go with the most obscure people that nobody knows who they are. And I'm going to find them and bring them on as guests on the podcast. I did a little bit of that.
Yeah, that seemed to work better. Actually, that will look better.
Well,
that will work better. Because if you bring on, let's say, and they don't know who it is,
yes,
it'll shock out. I'll tell you something. It shocks me. I can tell you right now. It will shock me. Because on my own show, for a fact.
Yeah.
And you have these people coming in and they're saying, And here I am trying to think who it is on my head. Trying to
Yo,
figure out who
Uncle,
this
you
be.
had a guy from Australia, I think, right? At one point, he was ready to. He was kind of gung ho to come on, I think, right, Aaron?
He was, but
do I
again, he was the
remember that
guy.
right?
He's the guy who had a fee, which I could have paid, but I don't want to get into the position where I'm paying these fees like this. I just want to do
Oh
it.
yeah, I don't blame you.
So that's when I came up with a new strategy. I'm gonna find some weirdo doing like the most, off the wall YouTube videos ever, and just start contacting them. And I did a bit of that for a minute, and that came with its own set of problems. And like people don't get back to you, or if they do, they don't want to come on. Or like, and then sometimes people are really cool. It's like, oh yeah, I'd come on, but I'm in the wrong time zone. I was like, oh okay, that was cool. But, so I've had varying degrees of success with that. But I think honestly, it comes down to time for me too. Like I don't have enough time to dedicate to like book guests that I really should have. I should do more.
Well, I think your new evolution this coming year. Sorry.
The evolution this coming year.
I was thinking of
what about it
for him. That would be one.
Yeah.
Wait, the revolution, Uncle?
I mean, to do one for you, thinking.
Have a guest?
Have guesses and figure them out.
I can get guests, but it's a different thing these days. I say this all the time. It's different than when I started, but that's not to say I can't get them. But it does take effort, which is fine. I can put in effort.
I tried to get Stuttering John from Howard Stern, and he wanted like $500.
Yeah,
come on, I was like, all right, John, all right, get it.
No way.
So I understand your pain.
Yeah, no.
If it's these new people or popular people, I say just listen to us. I had enough of these people that want to have to think of give us money. Here we are, just doing I started this job, jumped in this thing just to have a laugh.
You were in the Olympics, right, Uncle? Like,
yeah.
In the 60s, right? You were in the Olympics. You actually won some awards, if I remember right. Right?
Yeah.
You got to carry the torch, right?
Yeah, we had that. We had that on a film. We had that with what's her name?
We found that the video of presumably you with the torch, it was a Kennedy.
And the Kennedys. It was the Kennedys, the daughter.
Yeah, Kennedys
got into that. And I sort of was in the middle of that.
That's a huge thing, Uncle. You know that? You were part of history. Man.
Well,
you're historic.
Would you think that somebody would at least watch that? I mean, man. Where'd this guy come from? Boom. And then they get something out of that. But
yeah.
I don't see nothing. Nothing's happening.
I think there's a lot.
You were a trendsetter.
I think there's a lot of opportunity in the streaming. I would like to do more live streams than what we do. But we did a VHS watch party last weekend, and that was fun. Those are a lot of fun. I think there's a lot of potential in those. I want to keep doing those in addition to this show. But I think there's a lot of potential there, and I'll keep pushing for guests. And the guests are great when we get them; they really are. I do enjoy getting guests. We've gotten some good ones, Uncle. From time to time, we get really good
we've
guests.
had some good ones. Let's complain about good or bad, but
you should have Sophia Smallstorm on again, or on for the first time. I'm not sure if you actually had her on.
I'll be totally frank. I don't want to talk to her.
Who's this?
I know her. I have known her personally, and
because she mentioned you once on Sam Tripoli's show, and that's why I brought up Sam Tripoli earlier.
Well, I appreciate it, but honestly,
in the age of transition, she mentioned.
Yeah. The whole thing, like, I could say I could say a lot of things, but
Sandy Hook stuff has a lot of baggage to it. If that's what you're getting at,
it's more than just that. I would just say that the whole scene of the truth scene, or whatever the hell it is that Sophia thinks she's a part of, I can say I don't want to be a part of that whatsoever. And it's in no small reason because of her. I don't think she's a good person. I'll just say that. I don't think she's a good person.
Really?
I'll be on record and I'll just say
I
that.
had no idea.
I'll just say that.
I had no idea. No, I wouldn't have brought it up. I had no idea. So I'm sorry.
I mean, I'm sure she would say the same thing of me if she were honest. And she is. If you can get her in private, she'll be honest about a lot of things. I don't think she's honest in public, but I don't expect her to be.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. It's a bad.
That's a different perspective.
The whole thing is a bad scene. I'm done. I'm done with it. I don't have the truth. I don't want the truth from anybody.
The truth.
Yeah. I don't want it. I
don't blame you.
It's a mess. Yeah. I can tell you. And anybody out there thinking they're buying it from anybody like that, I've got news for you. You aren't.
Yeah.
I don't know what
now
this.
I got to reevaluate. Yeah, no, I reevaluate my. I don't really have a stance on it. I just. You're actually the first person that I've heard, because I really haven't dug deep or whatever. But you're the first person to actually have that perspective on that person. It makes me want to go back and look at other stuff.
Well, I would say don't take my word for it. Just that's
but you're a smart guy. You know, I trust where you're coming from.
Yeah. How
the heck did we get to this kind of conversation?
Uncle, I don't know.
What's
I know
happening
it's not
here?
Comedy.
This is government hour.
This is government hour. Go to your own show. Get off here. Get off the show. Get off the show.
I'm sorry, Uncle.
Get off the show.
I hijacked your show.
I will mention that if anybody happens to be listening and they want to call in, they can. The number's 319-527-5016. You can also use Skype. If you do contact Chuck, type him a message.
I didn't know what that was all.
It was about nothing, Uncle. It's been.
Hey, Uncle, are you looking forward to the new Deadpool and Wolverine movie? Like, is that something you're excited about?
When is that? I saw them. I didn't see when it was coming out, though. Do you know any chance you know when it's coming out?
It's coming out in like 2 weeks. Yeah.
Oh, that will be on
it's
the
Wolverine
movie.
From the X-Men.
Right.
Yeah.
I remember the X-Men, and they had this. They had the screw up on the hand. I like to see how he turns out to be.
Yeah, he's got claws.
Half.
The adamantium. Yeah. He's got the metal claws.
Yeah. That's what I sort of liked seeing. But
did you ever see Deadpool?
I heard of it. And I think I have.
It's one of those superhero movies, Uncle. It's like a comedy sort of thing where the guy is sort of like crude and silly and tells a lot of jokes. The superhero, right?
Oh,
yeah.
It's something like that. I've never actually even seen it. I know of it. Yeah.
I've heard of it.
No, it can be entertaining. Sometimes it's a little too over the top. It's a little X-rated sometimes. So I will admit that.
Oh,
yeah.
You're right.
Adult content.
Well, you can't have that in this show.
Yes.
I know.
Well, you can if you pay the right price, I guess.
The price gotta be right.
Are there any movies you guys are looking forward to? I know last time we talked, I think it was Indiana Jones 5, and it was kind of a fecal show, if I remember correctly.
I've been watching war shows for some reason. I'm getting into, don't think, war shows these days. We got this.
Which ones?
Full Metal Jacket.
Full Metal Jacket.
Apocalypse Now.
Positives.
Full Metal Jacket, Vincent D'Onofrio. Yeah, and Stanley Kubrick.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and
Saving Private Ryan.
Saving Private Ryan.
What are the other ones?
Dune.
Oh, do we have a new caller?
Uh-oh. Is a new caller
Greetings from Canada.
Oh,
beaming in.
We have another caller. All right, joining us.
All right, there he is.
There is, Uncle.
Well, let's see. We're talking comedy again. What are we up to against now?
Comedy?
What
are we against?
We're up against too much, Uncle.
We're talking something about movies, and then all of a sudden I got a new person in. What was that?
What VHS tapes do you want to watch the most, Robin?
Yeah, which ones do you want?
Oh yeah. You know, I had a break dancing video from back in the day. It was pretty cool. That showed you all the moves, and I can't remember exactly.
Footloose is one of them.
No, this was not a Hollywood production. It was more like an instructional video, kind of like your Tai Bo action that you guys did.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we did that one.
Yeah.
By
the way, I enjoyed that. I enjoyed that broadcast.
Oh, the Tai Bo one. Okay.
I would really enjoy though if you guys did the full body shot.
Well, no, he
just had
that one film, one show, one.
Yeah.
No, I know.
But there's more to it.
Robin wants us to pan out and actually stand up and do the Tai Bo exercises.
I can if we have to listen and watch, though.
Yeah, I know. We'd have to do a different setup, but maybe I can get that set up for a new exercise tape, and we can do that at some point. I need to get a good monitor. Like I said, I need to use some funds to buy a monitor, an old TV to hook up to the VCR. And that'll work great.
Because you're looking small. So you're on the small screen.
Exactly.
Right.
It'd be easy. I could do it. I just need to go get one. So it's a new piece of equipment we need to get.
Because then you're getting your daily exercise in wall broadcasting. It's like a real trifecta.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Now, Chris, have you seen the VHS shows we do? Do you know what we're talking about here?
Yeah.
I've been preoccupied with just life in general. So I have to say, I really wish I could say that I was able to listen in, but I haven't. Would you guys be able to kind of refresh my memory? If
we
possible?
just watch VHS tapes and we live stream it, and it's fun. It's a good time.
Like the mud wrestling tapes from like '86, because that is awesome that you guys.
I would have liked to see one of them. That's something
Chuck,
else.
what do you think?
Hey, now you got me thinking. Go in that play and look for something like that.
Okay.
Wrestling. With that, I would get this going.
I mean,
those ones get snapped up pretty quickly.
It was like Mud Wrestling '86, and I think it was like a couple of the top talents of the day. They really did put their all in there. I don't know in this woke culture if it would really fly today, but who cares? Like '86, I'd rather it be '86. Right, Uncle?
Yeah.
If we find a tape, I mean, it just comes down to we go to the thrift store, we buy VHS tapes, whatever they have, that we won't get in trouble with copyright for, and then we watch them.
So,
what were the last three? So
I hope you guys
so
really do Ernest Goes to Camp.
Well, see, that's one we would not watch because that's no big Hollywood productions, just weird, obscure little things or things that we don't think will set off the copyright.
Oh, all right, I got you.
Infringement problem.
Okay.
Give them. What were the last couple of them?
I'm gonna take a look here.
Tai Bo.
Yeah, Tai Bo. Let me see here. Let's go on. I have a playlist here, which is
No Jane Fonda classics.
We had No More Back Pain. We saw.
Yes, the back pain.
So that was
got him thinking about
Dr.
that.
Sweezy in Santa Monica made that video. And then we had before that was Las Vegas, the City of Excitement.
That one was very interesting.
Very interesting.
Did they have full frontal with that?
No, it wasn't. It wasn't that far, but
No,
it had,
not that far.
I don't know. It had dancers on stage for a second, probably. But, it wasn't too crazy. Actually, well, I'll just keep reading other titles. We had Tai Chi for Health was very good. That was a popular one. And we actually watched The Stranger, which is an old Orson Welles movie.
Yeah,
and some others, but yeah, that's the kind of stuff that we watch. That sort of thing. We have a few more on our
You know
shelf.
which one you guys should watch? You should watch Santa Claus versus the Devil, which was a Mexican holiday movie from like 1963. I think Chuck might know about it. Literally, Santa Claus fights Satan himself, and Uncle Santa Claus always comes out on top.
Santa Claus.
It's good to know. That's reassuring.
He is a saint after all.
Take that, Satan.
Saint Nicholas. He's got them skills, martial arts skills.
Well, there's that story that they're the same guy, right? Santa is Satan, but it's just, the letters mixed up. So what about that? They play around with that concept in the movie? Maybe?
He's just fighting his inner self.
Mm-hmm.
Just fighting himself. That makes
You're
sense.
giving away the twist ending. That was the M. Shyamalan twist ending for the Mexican-produced Santa Claus versus the devil. You just gave it away, Aaron.
Well,
That's the twist.
Oh, man,
what
you're
can I
giving
say?
away.
I mean,
Don't
hey,
give it
gave it
away.
away.
Now no one's going to watch it now.
it's funny. I knew nothing of
Let's
it,
go.
but that's how it goes.
Yeah, but now nobody's going to watch it now. And don't get it either.
Well, I'm just glad I don't have to watch it anymore.
Because now we know what the ending is.
Yeah. Yeah.
Uncle, have you been to the
It's always good to watch
recently?
at Kwanzaa.
Who?
It's a Kwanzaa rewatch.
Kwanzaa. Wait, what was that, Robin? What did you say?
What were you saying?
I was asking if Uncle's been to the swimming pool lately.
Oh yeah, have you gone swimming? Uncle?
Oh, yeah. Here?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, you hear? We got this new deal about the hunt. I mean, warm
The pool.
thing. The pool. Because we got some new stuff. Only now, it's sort of warm right now. I say, okay, let's just put
It's hot outside.
It's hot, and it's not good right now. But in the wintertime, that works out perfect.
Yeah, it's warm in the winter.
Warm in the wintertime.
There we go.
So you can actually...
You go swimming there?
You can go into the swimming at that time.
Don't.
Well, he doesn't.
The answer for that is because it flares up my eczema, so I don't do it. Anything that's gonna make me itch and not sleep at night, I'm not gonna do it. That's one of those things. So I just don't.
That's one of them that doesn't do.
It's that simple.
Does the ocean or lakes do that to you, or just the swimming pool?
No, the swimming pool.
Just
the old chlorine and all that jazz.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I don't trust it.
We used to have salt pool.
Who had a salt pool?
We did in Jacksonville.
In Florida, you had one of those things?
In Jacksonville.
Oh, okay.
It was actually was better. The salt was better than having the chlorine.
Could be. Yeah.
And it probably saved the better from your problem.
Perhaps. Yeah, I don't remember swimming in it. Wait, I have. Some friends rented out a place in Palm Springs years ago, and there's a saltwater pool. It's the one time I swam in one of those things.
Yeah.
Seemed kind of cool. Seemed nice. Or it was actually hot, but it was nice.
But it won't aggravate what you got.
Maybe.
I don't think so. But
I think they still might use a little bit of chlorine in those ones just to catch those extra little bugs around.
Probably.
Have you guys been out to Landers at all recently?
I'll probably go tonight, honestly. Went not last week, but the week before. But yeah, I should be out there tonight. Is there anything I should look for?
Oh, you're going tonight?
So. I'm not too aware of the current astrological events that might be going on. You'll just have to keep your eye out. Maybe some more UFOs.
That's all I have to hear. And then I'm come home saying, "Mom, I got an UFO."
That's all you're going to be hearing about, Uncle.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Fine. And he said, "No, you know what he is saying? Bonsai trees. Now hear this.
Yes.
They taught him how to do a bonsai. One of those people." How do they know about bonsais?
Aliens did?
Aliens did, yeah.
Yes.
He goes and says that.
I think this has come up on the show in the past where, just like George Van Tassel channeled the aliens out in Landers to give him the designs to the Integratron, I too am going to channel aliens, but not to build a structure. I'm going to do it, and I already have for that matter, and they're giving me detailed instructions on how to make bonsai.
That's what he's saying. No.
So I've got detailed instructions from the aliens on how to make cactus and succulent bonsai. They're telling me not to tell anybody how to do it. I'm the chosen one that's very special that gets to make them and share them with the world. So that's our gift, the alien beings and myself, that we're going to bestow on you very soon. Isn't that exciting?
Oh boy. Yeah. I get it.
Don't you feel lucky, everybody, that me and aliens did this or are going to?
Now he's done another one. Well, what's this?
I'm excited.
Yeah, that's good. I'm glad to hear that.
I'm excited. Yeah. Because I like bonsai.
Yeah, bonsai is great.
I have jade ones.
Oh, okay. So with the jade plant, you do some bonsai techniques to it, with the pruning and all that.
More the pruning, not so much the wiring and the shaping quite yet.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't been contacted by them yet with the right information.
I like the shaping part.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's my attention there, watching him.
Stick with it, Robin. If you do it long enough, the aliens will start talking to you. Trust me, it works.
Right. I hope so. My bonsai's it's doing okay, but unfortunately, I don't have any deck space, so that's my bonsai suffers from being an indoor only bonsai.
Got it.
So it takes a bit different care.
Yeah.
But
we're
Uncle,
lucky
do you
here.
have your own bonsai?
I'm not yet, but I do have. Okay, so I told him to when you do one, can put it in my old tea container. I wanted it.
He's got his own custom bonsai pot
ready to put it in whenever he can get one started.
Ready to go.
Because I wanted to put one in there.
Mm-hmm. Chris, do you are you there? Are aliens telling you how to make bonsai right now?
Yeah.
Are aliens telling me how to make ambrosia?
Yes.
Bonsais.
Any thoughts on bonsai? Channeling aliens so that you can make bonsai plants or anything like that. Do you have any thoughts on any of that?
Well, every time I watch the classic The Karate Kid Part 3 from 1989, it always reminds me of Pat Morita's bonsai tree. That is one of the surefire ways of connecting with the nebula cosmos section of our galaxy. So other than that, it's classified information, and I may be stepping on some toes right now, but you're on to something there, Aaron.
Oh, boy. I did not even know that.
The aliens may have contacted him, too.
Yeah. He's in not so many words. He said that.
How did this movie come out?
I can't confirm nor deny.
Okay.
How did this movie come out with him doing the bonsai and now talking about the aliens doing his bonsai? I'm a little confused right now.
Me too, Uncle.
There's a lot of moving parts here. That's all
Just don't watch the next Karate Kid with Hilary Swank because it's horrible. Sorry, Chuck.
Not to? Oh, boy.
Oh, yeah, the Karate Kid. Was that 3 or part 2? Which one was that? I can't remember which one that was.
No, the next Karate Kid was part 4 with Hilary Swank in Boston when Pat Morita came and tried to adopt her and said, I can't deal with girls. I only dealt with Daniel's son or whatever. It was a tragedy.
Oh, man. That sounds good, but... Oh, I see we have somebody's in the chat at Twitch. Oh, it's Mr. Flash.
Mr. Flash, what's been happening with him?
He's saying, hey, guys, how have you been? It's Mr. Flash from Down Under.
Down Under, fella. Very nice.
He's experiencing winter time.
Yeah, isn't that crazy?
Down there now?
Yeah, he's on the whole opposite season from us. Doesn't seem right, does it? But there you have it.
What do you make of that, Uncle?
So is he in Germany in that pub that Chuck was talking about for a while that was playing like the Coachella Network? The same one?
This is Ray's cousin? Or wait. Ray's nephew.
Ray's nephew.
They both live in Australia.
Australia. Yeah, it was the same one.
So yeah, they're down there.
They're down there having
Southern Hemisphere.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
It's where the toilets go in a different circular motion than up here in the great United States. I think.
That's true.
So it's going this way instead of that way.
Yeah.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. It does go that way. This is the world we live in. It's hard to believe, but here we are. It's truth. It's the way of things, Uncle.
Aaron, if you don't mind me asking, what is everybody, Uncle too, What is your take on the latest debates? I don't know if it's a boring topic or whatever, but it was a circus to me, and I checked it out, and I was like, wow.
Oh, Trump and Biden.
Trump
Uncle, what do you think of that? I don't know if I got your take on it.
The first one, I don't think he was there, but the second one seemed like he was coming back on some things.
You're talking about the recent presser?
The recent one.
Yeah, it was when he said we beat Medicare, I think, right?
Yeah, something like that.
We sure did. We've definitely done
Uncle,
that.
would you like it if the aliens came down now and just stopped this whole charade, or what do you think?
I don't know. It shocked people's minds, I'll tell you that.
It would.
So they
Shocked all the people
everybody
that haven't seen any aliens for a while. Shoots one down and boom, they might have, hey, what's this guy here?
It's been
They might have a better candidate. What have we got going on there?
I'm not sure.
Somebody's washing something.
Oh, it's the spaghetti video. I think Chuck is playing the spaghetti video.
What is this?
Spaghetti is something that brings Washington together.
Great.
Oh, that one.
Can you imagine what the Russians would think of all this spaghetti? They'd go, these people are crazy. These people are crazy. Can you imagine?
Yeah.
We have too much.
Spaghetti.
Best spaghetti ever.
Oh, that's the one that you made.
I did not make it.
Oh, yeah.
I wish I made that. I wish I could take credit. I don't care what anybody
It went out than your thing.
That video is a work of genius, okay? It's not just purely AI. I know whoever put that together put a lot of work into it, but I love that video. It's so funny.
I think it's about 10 minutes long or something, too.
Yeah, it's about 10 minutes. Yeah.
You get into it.
It's worth it. It's worth the time investment. That's all I got to say.
Yeah, Uncle, if Biden and Trump had a spaghetti eating contest, who could eat more plates of spaghetti?
Who, you?
No, from between Biden and Trump.
Biden, I think.
He could probably, he's got a bigger appetite.
It's because it's who don't talk and eats. That is the key.
True.
If somebody talks more, he won't eat a lot of spaghetti.
That's a great point.
Trump just can't keep his mouth shut.
Yeah.
Yeah, you get lost in some tirade. I am the best spaghetti eater.
As you were listening to that one, you heard Trump talking more than Biden was. He wasn't actually. He wasn't talking. He was kept eating.
Nope.
So I think he'd win that contest.
Makes sense to me.
Yeah, good points there. I think, Aaron, you got any counterpoints there?
I mean, I would just say that Trump, his weight was in question. Remember when he was in president? Like, was he weigh? And apparently he was saying he's light, but clearly he's not. He can pack food away. I mean, he's famous for eating 4 fillet of fish for every. My son tells me this. He's like, do you know what Donald Trump eats for lunch every day? I'm like, no. He's like 4 fillet of fish and a soda and French fries and sometimes a burger. I'm like, okay. I know he likes fast food. Substantial. Yeah, right. That
might be his only. That might be his only meal of the day, though. He might be one of those intermittent fasters.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's big with the McDonald's. He's big with the McDonald's and the Diet Cokes.
Yeah. Oh goodness,
Uncle! If you and Aaron had a spaghetti eating contest, who would win?
I don't know. It'd be a toss-up.
Because
he can eat. I'm telling you, he can eat. Yeah, beat me all the time eating these days now. I've been cutting back on my food taking, but now I think he can do pretty light.
I might have the advantage there.
You might have the advantage now.
Yeah. I think I could.
I think it's the older you get, less time you eat.
That tends to happen.
That might be what my problem is. Now
Ideally,
thinking about it.
I don't think it's too bad of a thing.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, we could all. I mean, there's a lot of people that could eat less. Portion control.
Yeah, that's.
Well, I get these TV dinners that my sister brings in. A control eating one of them is better to eat one of them than, let's say, whole dish of lasagna, for example. I mean,
you don't want like Garfield it, like throw your head back and then
like Garfield did.
You eat the whole thing.
Right. And so there's a difference there.
Yeah, there's a difference between eating a whole lasagna or just a TV dinner.
TV dinner.
You're gonna want to not eat the whole lasagna.
Right.
Chris, do you like lasagna?
Do you like
lasagna?
Do I like lasagna?
Yeah. Are you like Garfield in that you like lasagna, or you don't care for it?
I like lasagna, but like Garfield, I don't care for Mondays. Does that count?
Yeah, rainy days and Mondays always bring me down.
Yeah.
So I hear you.
And Nurble or Gerbil or whatever the female dog that was always bugging Garfield and John and Odie and everything.
Yeah, it was a dog. It was a little.
No, it's
brown,
another cat.
It was a brown dog.
It
was.
It's a brown dog.
It was the brown dog that was following him.
You know, I always wanted to see Garfield and Heathcliff fight to the death.
Yeah, who doesn't? I mean, it will prove finally once and for all which cartoon was the better one. So,
the cartoon shows. Then this is been I like it.
Yeah.
Uncle, were you ever into Beavis and Butthead? And their friend that had the winger shirt.
Oh yeah, Stuart. That was Stuart.
Stuart.
That character, yeah.
You remember the
in some words I were at the time. In some words I were. I mean, boy, no, we got into it when we had this. We had a costume going on, and him was a butthead.
And you dressed up like Stuart with winger.
Well, no. Actually, our first Instagram post on the At Uncle Podcast Instagram, press a button. Our first post is us wearing the Beavis and Butthead Halloween costumes.
Halloween costume. If you go back to just say, if you go back, the very first one, you'll see us wearing it.
At Uncle Podcast Instagram, scroll all the way down.
Go all the way back to the beginning. You'll see what you're talking about.
Back when we were in orange, yep.
Back in orange.
Did you guys wear the AC/DC Metallica shirts or the generic Death Rocks and Skull?
It was AC/DC and Metallica.
Metallica shirt.
Yeah, I made them. I took a gray T-shirt and a blue T-shirt. I just painted and drew with Sharpie on each one, so it looked like the drawings from the show.
That is beautiful, Aaron. I'm glad you did that. I'm going to go back and check that out. That's awesome.
Yeah, check that show out, and you'll see us.
Remember, on the generic, on the Walmart version of those shirts, they weren't allowed to have AC/DC or Metallica, so they had literally made up band names. And I think it was
Skull,
Death Rocks, and Skulls or something.
Yep.
Yeah, if you go back to it, you'll see it.
Yep.
Just go back to it.
And do you know on the set of Donnie, I think it was Donnie Brasco. Maybe it wasn't because Marlon Brando, it was one of the Marlon Brando, Johnny Depp collaborations. Marlon Brando and Johnny Depp, like in between takes on whatever movie it was. Don Juan DeMarco, I think it was, from 95. There's footage of them literally quoting back and forth to each other. They're doing the Beavis and Butthead, like impersonations, and they're going, you got Marlon Brando from A Streetcar Named Desire, and you got Johnny Depp, and they're both playing Beavis and Butthead. Classic.
That's funny. I did not know of that, but yeah, it just shows you the true artistry of the show.
Have you seen Johnny Depp in The Window?
The Window is...
I've seen that movie.
Was that like a remake of Jimmy
Window.
Stewart?
Yeah, I've seen that movie. I've seen that show.
It was Secret Window, right, Uncle?
Secret
Window, I think. It was a Stephen King adaptation.
Yeah, I saw that movie.
I was thinking of Hitchcock.
2003.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, but it was based on Hitchcock, I think. So you're right too, Aaron.
It was? Okay. I didn't even know that. Yeah. Like Rear Window, right?
Yeah, no, I'm a big fan of Johnny Depp, despite the Amber Heard leaving a turd in his bed fiasco from like 2 years ago.
Johnny Depp. Yeah. Well, he won the case, so I don't know whatever happened to her. So he won in the court and in the court of public opinion. So
well, she got cut out of Aquaman 2 as Mera. Yeah,
she did.
I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, because she was full of that turd that she left in Johnny Depp's bed. Yeah.
Oh, it was her dating him.
I guess so.
I don't know what's going on there.
I remember when the trial happened. I didn't follow it, but I definitely remember it happening. And Johnny Depp.
He described it. He goes, she blamed it on the dogs. Said the turd in the bed was the dogs. He goes, no, I've dealt with their fecal. No, that was not. It was definitely human. She ended up going to Big Bear, or what's the big festival there in California?
Coachella music.
Coachella.
Yeah,
Coachella.
That's in India. Yeah.
Coachella.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Yeah. Big Bear is the mountain.
Yeah, that's the mountain where it's cold in the summertime, wintertime.
It's a good place to be right about now. Get up to Big Bear.
Yeah, go up there. You get.
Yeah, but is it hot and humid, Aaron?
It's not humid here. It's hot, yes. Humid, no. So we do have that going for us. So
it's a dry heat that is better here than, let's say, down east.
No, yeah.
You'll be
in Massachusetts like, right now, where it's like a swamp.
You'll be like jumping in the swimming pool down there if you were.
I don't have a swimming pool, so right now I have to wet myself in the shower, Uncle. Literally, I am. I mean, low tech right now.
Yeah, but you know what I mean because it's sweat and. Body just got used.
Have you guys driven down to Palm Springs? Because when I was in Palm Springs, my dashboard said 118 degrees.
Oh, yeah.
Does that still occur?
Yeah, well, now, yes, it's been that hot out there. Actually, my father-in-law lives out there, that way now. So we've been out there a bit lately. The kids were out there a couple of weeks ago, and it was like 114 or something. Yeah. It's hot out there.
Wow.
I haven't been yet.
Which is also, that's where Coachella is, too. Indio's the next town over. I mean, the Coachella Valley, it's Indio, Rancho Mirage, Palm Desert, Palm Springs. All those places are all clumped in the same spot. And it's hot. Super hot.
And that's all year round where it's like 112 degrees?
No, just the summer. In the fall and winter, and even in the spring, it's actually quite nice. But when the summer hits, be ready. It's brutal.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, but the other season.
Because when I was traveling there, it was in like November of like 2021, I think.
Oh wow, it was that hot?
I thought my car was going to burn. Yeah, I thought my car was going to die on the side of the road. I was
that
like,
a special?
That must have been a heat wave for then, because that's hotter than it should be. But I guess it can get that hot even then. But that's late for it, or late in the year for it to be that hot. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you guys know what I'm talking about when I bring up? There's a town in California when you're traveling across the country and you're entering California from Arizona, I think it was, or New Mexico, one of the two. Literally, there's a town that looks like bedrock from the Flintstones. Like literally, all the houses look like they're from bedrock. Do you know that town?
Is it like basically like a roadside attraction where they put all that stuff like Barney Rubble's car and Fred Flintstone's car and all that? Is that what you're talking about?
No, it wasn't. No, it was literally like a whole town, and it looked like it was from bedrock. But I didn't see like signs saying that. They weren't like. It didn't appear to be like a tourist kind of thing. It really appeared like that's how they lived. And it was literally I think it was during like the COVID stuff, because this is like 2021, like the fall. And there was a town that literally seemed like it came out of bedrock. Like every like house looked like that bedrock cartoonish kind of like community. And I was mystified, and I can't remember for the life of me what the name of that town was, but it was right in the border when you were entering California from like the south or whatever. I think it was from either New Mexico or Arizona, whatever one borders it. Like
Arizona.
right at the bottom.
Yeah.
It's probably Arizona.
So it's that southern highway. I forget which one that is. It's close to Mexico.
Arizona,
I don't know. I don't know what that is. I don't. I can't think of what you might be talking about. Sounds cool. I'd like to.
And it was
there.
like red and brown, like soil or whatever.
Sure.
Does that ring a bell?
Well,
at
I
all?
mean, over by Arizona, it gets that color. Yeah.
Yeah, it gets that color. Brown.
The dirt.
But it was like that, and I remember like you had to take the COVID tests just to enter the state, and it was in it was October of 2021, and I was just mystified because I was like, this actually looks pretty cool, but it was like kind of like out in the middle of nowhere, but you could tell they were probably pretty pricey. But it looked like that bedrock, kind of artwork from like the Flintstones.
I don't know. I want to go there.
Maybe it was like a Flintstone thing.
Could be.
Maybe it was just a hallucination because I ate like some dead cactus or whatever on the side of the road. That could be it too.
Probably too.
Yeah, that does tend to happen. It's hard to resist eating them, but that's what the aliens will try to make you do. I've had this happen so many times. They're always trying to get me to eat a cactus.
Tore my backside afterwards too. Yeah.
It's a real pain.
I was like, wow, I feel like I was raped.
But anyway, we're toward the end of the show, so we should do shout-outs, Uncle. It's what we need to be doing.
Sorry,
this guy's talking
it's okay.
over
No,
here.
we're at shout-out time.
All right, then I have
I guess we'll go to Chris.
Chris first for a shout-out. And go ahead.
Who you got, Chris?
Yeah.
Just shout out to you guys for keeping me in good spirits because it's been pretty hard and it's going to get harder. So I'm just going to keep tuning in and keep doing what you guys do, and you provide a good public service, you and Chuck and everybody, and keep on keeping on. And thanks for indulging my buffoonery tonight.
Thank you, Chris, for calling. Great to talk to you. Take care.
Yeah.
All right, so we'll go to Robin.
Robin next.
Who do you have for a shout-out?
For a shout-out.
Greetings. I'll shout out to the spaghetti eaters out there.
Oh, shit.
Get it in ya.
Again.
Get it in ya.
Carb up. All right, Robin.
Carb it up.
It's always
whatever sauces you want on top.
It's penne farfa. We'll love it. All right, Robin.
Hey, you next.
Great to talk to you as always.
All right, take care, guys.
Take care.
All right,
you
Uncle.
next.
More sauerkraut.
Oh no,
We
yeah,
will
the
do that. We'll get some.
We still gotta do the meatloaf thing.
We do.
I'm still waiting on that.
We'll do that, Uncle. But Uncle, I got to shout out to them aliens. Thank you for taking over my consciousness when I channel you. It's wonderful, and you're giving me all these great ideas on bonsai. I don't deserve this, so thank you for your generosity. Strange beings from another world. Who do you have, Uncle, for a shout out?
Shout out to all the listeners and who called in, and hopefully shout out to all the ladies that would like to shout out, call in once in a while.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
That's right. Okay, well, this, of course, we're live every Friday night on the Coachella Radio Network. Thank you for listening. UncleThePodcast.com, at Uncle Podcast, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, Uncle. Anyway, gosh, look for the live streams. We should be doing a live stream possibly this weekend, so check those channels. Uncle, bring us home for the week.
There's our number, whatever number this is.
Mm-hmm.
There's our show. Bye-bye.